This film is probably a horror film masked as a drama. Hi guys, this is Farhat and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now. And the film that we are going to be discussing is the Malayalam film Family, which is directed by Don Palathara. Firstly, a big shout out to the CEO of Newton Cinemas, who's the producer of the film Family. He's also a subscriber, Anto. Anto was kind enough to give me a screener for the film which was already out theatrically earlier this year, and the OTT release still hasn't come through. So thank you so much, Anto, for the screener if you're watching this, and I really appreciate the film that I watched. It was such a wonderful film in so many words that I can say. The film here is more on the esoteric side of things. Why I say esoteric is because most of the drama unfolds behind the scenes here. It is not unfolded in front of the camera, and that is what the beauty of the filmmaking style of Don Palatara is. And coming to the story and screenplay, I would say that Family is essentially a story of a kind hearted man, a Christian, a kind hearted man who's always available for any sort of help from his members of his community that is there in Idukki district that is there. But deep down within, there are dark traces to his character that the entire members of the community, they come together to safeguard it. It's all the community here is almost like a well-oiled machine, I would say. The story here is very nuanced, and it actually forces you, it coaxes the viewers to read between the lines that is there. Nothing is spoon-fed. Everything is based on the imageries that are there. You need to be observant, you need to be a keen observer of the activities that are transpiring on screen to fully get it, and you will get a sense of it, which is where the ambiguity of the drama lies. It doesn't exactly highlight the kind of incidents that are there. You will just find some characters talking with each other to briefly highlight the underlying layers of tension that is there amongst the whispers, you can say. And that is a very innovative style of filmmaking, because it keeps you attentive throughout, firstly, and it also acts on a psychological level, I would say. When you're associating with some heinous crimes, you would associate with, say, torn clothes or shrieks or shouts. None of that happens in this film. It is esoteric. You have to be observant of all the characters that are there, their body language, the way the drama is unfolding on screen, and only then will you fully understand what the film stands for. So the film is early to introduce you to the protagonist of the drama, and it seems to be like a perfect man, perfect common man, helping out people, amongst a community, like cutting jackfruit from the tree for his aunt, or bailing out a cow who's fallen in the pit, which is initially made for the trapping of the leopards, or simply helping out students, mentoring them by teaching them mathematics. You see, he's a nice guy, but very early on, there is a reference of a leopard which is doing the rounds amongst the members of the community, that a leopard is there. You also see an imagery of a pool of blood that is there, in which supposedly a dog is killed. Now you don't see the dog, you don't see the leopard, only you see the pool of blood, and that is perfect enough to set up the context of the drama that is there. The entire area that is there, the forest area that is there, that can be termed as the village, and that is peaceful, that has tranquility. It almost is like the entire village that forms the core of the drama that is there. But the deeper you go into the forest is when the leopard comes, and the leopard is one amongst the lambs that are there amongst the community. The leopard in this case is the protagonist that is there. The dog that is not shown is the sacrificial lamb of all the victims that the protagonist or the antagonist, whatever you want to call him, takes into account, and slowly overpass that lamb, so to say, or the dog or the creature in which he is preying on. And that can be made out from one of the scenes that is there. Picture this. Spoilers, picture this, that a character of the father is, watching television. In the background, you see the protagonist, teaching mathematics to a child who's not shown in the frame. Slowly, he makes a movement and he scurries towards the child, the implied angle of the child that is there, and that scene is enough to to send a shiver down your spine. The very next scene, you see that that child is almost pretends to be not at home, even as the protagonist is on the door, ringing the bell. These are certain instances, you come to know that the protagonist is unfortunately a pedophile, and he takes advantage of all the young children that are there, who are suppressed and not told, not they don't have the power to tell their parents, so even their parents would not be encouraging such signs that are there. In another scene, you see the protagonist coming and laying next to another child that is there. He doesn't touch him, he just gives him life philosophies, but the body language of the kid that is there, that tells you a totally different story. And I mean, that is such a wonderful way of representing the intended emotions here, which is so much more impactful from the psychological point of view that is there. And also notice the members around him, the members of the family around the protagonist, and how their behavior is towards him. For instance, his brother is indifferent when he's with him alone as compared to when he's in a group. And I think that says a lot of things here, even the church and the religion, they are byproducts of the actions of the protagonist that is there. Everything is termed everything, like blind faith, and all of those concepts are touched upon, of the sins that are there, different are briefly touched upon. And at any given point of time, the religion and the church is used as a tool, to suppress the people. For instance, even a character who's pregnant is reprimanded only because she in so many whispers she mentioned that probably something is not right with the character of the protagonist that is there. There's absolutely no respite in the drama, and it is relentless. You expect the drama to have a grand reveal at some point of time, but that ending absolutely takes your breath away. I mean, it's one of the shocking endings that are there. I'll never forget that look on the face of the protagonist, and that is worth a million nightmares. I would say it's haunting and it's worth a million nightmares. Coming to the technical aspects, the dialogues, the music, and the direction, I felt the dialogues are sparingly used. It's more on the frames, which are esoteric, and they tell you a different story each time that is there. The BGM is smartly used to give hints about the pulses, the beats of the screenplay, in which you want the audience, the viewers, to be attentive. And I think that was an important kind of a tool that was there. The cinematography comprises of so many wide angle shots, in which it coaxes you to be almost like a fly on the wall. You are privy to some of the actions of the protagonist, although you fully do not get the picture, and there lies the ambiguity that is there in the story. Much of you is left for your imagination, and that grows on you mentally. That is the power of the writing here. I cannot emphasize more. The editing comprises of long shots, which contributes to the slow burn, to the atmospherics, and it was wonderful to watch the shots just continuing without any breaks. The moment you add breaks, you're releasing the tension in the drama, and I think that was very nicely done as well. Director Don Palathara, I think he did a wonderful job, a smashing job here. Once again, he's one of the most important filmmakers doing the rounds right now, simply from the storytelling perspective that is there. I think he has a wonderful style of storytelling, which is, even for a Malayalam speaking audience, may not be entirely commercial. It is nuanced, it is esoteric, and it definitely, the intended emotions are smartly held with brief hints in the screenplay at regular places. And I think that is the smartness of the director that is there, who's in brilliant form here. Brilliant form, absolutely brilliant form. Coming to the performances that are there, the performances are magnificent as well. All the performers make a mark here. I think Divya Prabha, she is a wonderful actor. She did a wonderful job. And all the other actors also, Nilja baby, and Jolly ma'am, all of them did a superb job. But the film here belongs to Vinay Fortt. Even Vinay Fortt is an unassuming character here, and performed with such breezy grace that it's almost impossible to notice the shortcomings or the dark angles in his character. He's almost like a regular person, amongst us. And that's what makes it even more horrifying, even more startling, and even more terrifying. His performance was something to study and savor, also to apply the same kind of traits, notice the traits of the character, apply it to people around you. See, the people who are closest to us are usually the ones who are the culprits, and in this case it was a perfect representation of that. Even the way in which the entire community suppresses him, there's no conscience left in him. There is no God, the concept of God in this universe. The entire community, when it comes to suppress the people around him, I think that is another relevant angle to his character, which is briefly portrayed so well by him. Overall, I feel Family is a complex and frightening examination, a character examination of a good Samritan, good in double quotes, which has traces of ambiguity, and it also contributes to some chilling musings of horror. It's absolutely chilling to witness such a drama in a very subtle manner. It's not in your face, it's very subtle, hence it grows on you psychologically. So that was my review of Family. If you watched the film, let me know your thoughts on the film in the comment section. Also, please like the video or dislike the video. Liking, disliking and commenting helps fuel the YouTube algorithm. What's more that you can do is also share this video with your friends and family. Ask them to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this Digi family together. If you'd like to read my detailed review of Family, the same is available on my site, Popcorn Reviews with the double S, the link of which is in the description box below. Also follow me on different social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Letterboxd and Twitter X. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All information is present on my social media handles and on my site, Popcorn Reviews with the double S. All information in the description box below. I'll see you again soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.